I've worked at the college for just under a year. I recently qualified as a chef lecturer, and I worked in industry for a long time before that. I owned my own business for the past 12 years. I had a big outside catering company and a deli and coffee shop in Preston. And during that time, we took a lot of students on work experience. So I found a real passion for working with young people and mentoring. I also worked in local colleges as well, just doing a little bit of mentoring and a bit of barista training. So as the years naturally progressed, I thought I found a real passion for working with young people, and I got into teaching. So we're really, really hands-on. We really focus on kind of being in the kitchen and making links, even classroom sessions, making links to practical settings, and giving them the respect that they deserve straight away. So I don't have any of my students, I don't see them as as students. I see them as my kitchen brigade. So I'm the head chef and they're my chef de parties, and they work for me in the kitchen and we work together. We're all wearing chef whites. We're all on an equal playing field, and I call them chef as soon as they walk into the kitchen. So it's giving them that respect and really kind of nurturing that and making them feel as a valued member of the team straight away. So for me, I treat it more as though I'm employing them rather than teaching them, and that works really, really well for them. We start on poaching, boiling, and steaming, and that is an award in itself. Poaching, boiling, steaming. It really kind of creates the foundations to their kind of their knowledge in the kitchen. And then we move on to different methods of cookery. So we've got baking, roasting and grilling, stewing and braising. And we go through different units covering each different style of cookery. And then, we discuss what foods are cooked best in certain ways. So some foods lend themselves to being deep fried, while other foods lend themselves to being braised or roasted or stewed. If we've got, we're talking about meat with tough connective tissue that needs breaking down, that's stewing and braising, so it needs a long, slow method of cookery. So we're really, really working on those foundations and that underpinning knowledge to get them ready to then move on to level 2 and 3. So on a Wednesday and Thursday lunch, we run a restaurant. So that's a real working environment for our students to learn in. And members of the public or plenty of members of staff actually book in and come and have lunch with us. So we've got that time where we actually sell the produce that we create. But we've also, in the skills lessons, the students are able to purchase for a really small fee the food that they've been creating. So whether we've been doing, deep fried fish and chips, where we've had prepare the fish and make the batter and make all the chips by hand, make the tartar sauce, they're then able to purchase that and take that home and show people at home what they've been cooking. We've been doing marinated chicken kebabs. We've been doing flatbreads. Been doing soups. We've been doing poached eggs and steamed vegetables, and learning the skills of using knives in the kitchen. What else have we cooked? We've done braised pies and stews, beef bourguignon. In industry, we tend to get into a position of not necessarily what but who and it opens so many doors. So when we get to a level where we've got our kind of base knowledge, we really want to get our foot in the door with different businesses and different names in the industry. So it's fantastic for networking, that students can, be in contact with people like James Martin from a very young age. I certainly didn't have that. But also, it's really vital because we're concentrating so much on teaching and raising aspirations of our learners. We've got our base knowledge. We're trying to get our students ready for industry. The industry is so quick paced. It's so quick that we sometimes struggle to keep our fingers on the pulse. Now, the Chefs Forum really bridges that gap between what we're doing and what's going on in the industry. And it's a fantastic bridge to kind of let the students see the best of both worlds. And I think it's a brilliant experience. I've tried to get into as many as I can and just kind of nip in and see what's going on. And I think it's fantastic. It's really good. It's changing all the time. I think that this COVID-19, people have got a bit of a negative attitude about the catering industry, but it's just the beginning. I've seen so many chefs doing live things on Instagram. There's so many opportunities now to access some really, really good content on Instagram, and hopefully, that's the way that education's going as well. We're going to be working distance, and we're going to be working one-to-one with students in the future. So yeah, I think Manchester College are kind of getting towards the cutting edge of where the industry is going. So that gap between industry and us is getting smaller and smaller each time. So